right, good morning everybody. It is about 9:30. We've been back here in Arizona for 3 days. My little experiment about trying to grow my hair out isn't gonna work. I hadn't been cutting it since we've been on the road for a few months, but I've also been wearing a hat every day. Now that we're back, saw the whole family yesterday. Consensus was cut your hair. Go back to the way it used to be. Trying to grow it out just ain't cutting it. We're on our way and gonna get it cut up and get back on a normal haircut schedule of every 3 to 4 weeks and keeping it short. Back in Arizona, back to everyday life. That's it. Lariat stayed back at the RV to get it all set up since we're gonna be here for a few months. Halloween is in a few weeks. She was just down in the bay this morning grabbing some decorations and everything else. So that's it for right now. I'll talk to you in a little bit. I'll show you the final results. Alrighty, back to normal. Got my clean cut, ready to enjoy time back in Arizona and getting ready for the holidays. To get back to your home base area, you gotta do all those things you gotta do. The first day we were back in town, I already hit my chiropractor and got all straightened out, especially after 4 straight days of driving. You know, haircuts now. I think we've got doctor's appointments in a few weeks. And yeah, just gotta do everything you gotta do. RV life, gotta love it. It is Thursday, October 19th. We've been back here in Arizona for about 6 days, and it's surgery day for our son. We had to get up pretty much earlier than we have at any point in the last several months and go pick him up and take him to the surgery center here in town. So he's upstairs in the building right now. They just brought him back for his pre-op and everything else. So hey, that's why we're here in town, praying for a good outcome. They said it shouldn't be terribly long, and that's it. Hoping for a good recovery and so he can enjoy the rest of the holidays and everything else. I'm sure everything's going to work out just fine. About 12 hours later, we got our son all taken care of. Surgery went really well. No complications, no issues. We got him all squared away and situated back at his house. He's got a couple of other roommates. They're all adults, so there was no reason for us to actually stay at his house, but he's only about 15-20 minutes away if there's any problems. But he's doing well. So Lariat and I came back home, and we're gonna just hang out, and we'll check on him tomorrow and probably pop over there and see how he's doing. If he needs anything. Lariat did a little bit of shopping and put a little bit of extra food in his house and things like that, so he doesn't have to worry about it. They'll probably be out of commission just for the weekend, but the doctor said he can go back to work on Monday. He's got an office job, so he should be all right. So thanks for all your concern and your prayers, and you know, we'll be talking at you. So when we got here to our spot in Arizona a couple days ago, we noticed that the molding down here underneath the slide had popped off. If you look really close, you'll see the nails that are still sticking out from the actual slide. They'd fallen out of the molding all the way across. So in looking at it, there's a groove underneath here that still has some nails sticking out. So what I'm going to do today is pull all these old nails out, get some wood glue. I actually got some Loctite construction glue. Supposedly it's good for everything. And glue the whole thing together. I've got some wood paint stirrers I'm going to use as little shims just to kind of hold it up in place. And I want to tape it with blue painter's tape. Tape it all up, and hopefully it'll allow the glue to dry and lock it into place. Because I am not going to drill holes or nails through the top of this. And then when we bring it in for warranty service, I'll let them know and they can adjust it. But who knows? It may wind up being just like the closet where I fixed it, and it's better than the way it came from the factory, so we may just wind up leaving it. I don't know. We'll show you what happens. Alright, so it's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours since I tried to put this back together. The glue did not hold in the corner there, but it's holding a little bit in the front. So I'm thinking this might be about as good as it's gonna get for right now. I mean, we're here for 3 months, so if it stays in one spot for the next couple months, you know, we'll take it. At least it should stay put and not fall over, so we're kind of hoping it stays in place. All right, here's the finished product for now. It's been a couple days. I had to go get some white gaffer's tape, and then I re-glued it, and then put the gaffer's tape on to hold it all in place. The only thing I was worried about is that we still had our gap, so when we close the slides, it'll still slide in and out. It's gonna have to sit like this until we bring it back in and get it fixed the right way. What's gonna wind up happening is they're gonna have to take the whole thing apart and rebuild it and re-nail it and everything. That's all right, it doesn't look terrible. Now I've got a working kitchen again. Your leveling system legs look like this? Do you want them to look like this? And we are an RV SnapPad affiliate, so use our discount code down below for 10% off your order. So we've been back in Arizona for, what, a week and a half?
Yes.
Something like that. And we decided to come visit the storage unit. Kind of drop a few things off that we picked up over the course of our travels. We actually picked up a Christmas tree in Oregon that we're going to drop off and throw in the pile of Christmas since we don't need it yet, since it's only October. And a couple other little things. We realized we didn't need as many towels as we brought with us. So we've got a bag full of towels we're going to drop off and go through a few things and possibly pick some stuff up. What do you plan on picking up?
Some books. Well, I have some books in here that I want to get, and I just want to look at my Christmas stuff. So when we come back to do Christmas, I'll know where it's all at.
What was the other thing else we're looking for?
Diamondback jerseys.
Oh, that's right. We need our Diamondback jerseys.
That's actually the main reason we came right now, because we are going to the World Series on Tuesday. So
yes,
today we're going to get our old school Diamondbacks.
Yes, the World Series starts tomorrow in Texas. And then we have actually tickets to Game 2 at home, which is Game 4 of the series, on Tuesday. So we're going to grab our jerseys that we wore to the World Series
in 2001.
22 years ago. Yeah. So we're going to grab those and maybe just check a couple things out, see if there's anything we need, and just enjoy. All right, see you guys later. So Marika and I took a quick road trip to Las Vegas this weekend to catch the Old Dominion concert. She got the hotel key. Sitting in first, I guess. It makes her think of me. And that night we left our hearts on the season close. Walking up the key, open the door no more. She got the hotel key. I got an email, got some free tickets offered to me, and bam. We booked the hotel and drove up here. Yeah, quick trip.
Drove up. Went to the concert.
Well, no, we drove up, watched the D-backs game.
Win.
Watched the Diamondbacks win. Woo-hoo.
Yes.
Win Game 2 of the World Series. Then we went to the concert. And with the long drive and everything else, we're wiped out.
Well, we're also not used to going to Vegas on the weekends. It is extremely crowded. I guess Ed Sheeran's in town as well, so that concert was going on. But it's all right. It's been a good day. The D-backs won. And the concert was amazing. Yeah. Old Dominion was amazing.
Awesome.
So,
and then we have one day in Vegas tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. We're going to hang out tomorrow, kind of do Vegas, and then we'll be driving back home on Sunday. But yeah, quick road trip for us. So Larika ran out to go shopping and run by our son's house, check on him, check on the dogs and everything else, and happened to look up because our fan was off and noticed it was a little dirty. So she asked me to please clean off the fan. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And while I'm up here, I noticed that our air intake vents are a little dirty as well. And since we're kind of near the end of air conditioning season, I figure I'm just going to start pulling them all off and clean them all off here in a second. So that's this morning's little project. We use the little Swiffer rags that kind of grab all of the dust. Not proud of how dusty this is, but we've been traveling a lot, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't even thought about it. There we go. Good as new. So here in the living room, we've got these nice little fancy metal air intake vent covers. We've got the screw and the washer and everything else. And as you can see, all the dust and gunk get in there, so you just have to take these off, clean them off. As far as the foam goes, just rinse them off in your sink, let them dry, and pop them right back up. All right, we're all clean. So the key is now get them all back and up. This one's a little interesting, just the way it's designed, because of the way the screw is, and the screw actually kind of floats. It's a very delicate situation because there's not a lot of threads on this bolt. And there we go. So these small air intake returns, they're actually pretty simple. You just kind of grab them from the edges, pop them down, and then as you can see, there's just a little piece of a foam filter in there. So on ours, there's just these little tabs. Just pop the tabs off of him. Remove the foam, run it under the water, rinse it off, clean it off, dry it off. What I do is I put them outside in the sun for 15-20 minutes, dry them off. Then they just go back together the opposite way. Place it back in here. You'll see the little notches in the tabs. Just pop them back together. And then they just snap back into place. And that's it. Now all of the air intake vents have all been cleaned off and everything else. And good to go, because the air will probably only kick on for another couple days. Temperature is dropping here pretty quick. Getting ready for the winter. Everybody always talks about Arizona and the heat and everything else. We do get a winter here, so we're kind of looking forward to not having the air conditioning on and being able to keep the windows open all the time.